Mario Kart Wii is the best-selling game in the Mario Kart series, and even though it's not my favorite Mario Kart game, it's one of my favorites and deserves its spot at the top. Mario Kart Wii introduced many new things to the series, like jump boosts and modern drifting. It also has some of the best courses in the Mario Kart series. So, I'm excited to be ranking all 16 new courses in Mario Kart Wii. Before we get started, be sure to check out my previous ranking videos, where I ranked all courses in previous Mario Kart games, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss any upcoming videos like this one. So anyway, let's get started with the rankings. If you've watched my previous ranking videos, you'll know that the first course in the game is usually my least favorite, and Mario Kart Wii is no exception. Luigi Circuit is a pretty boring course, but that makes sense since it's just an introduction course to the rest of the game. I will say that I think Luigi Circuit is better than some of the first courses in other Mario Kart games, like Mario Kart DS's Figure 8 Circuit and Mario Kart Double Dash's Luigi Circuit, and it has some interesting aspects like a shortcut you can take across the dirt and a series of boosts at the end, but it's still the worst course in Mario Kart Wii. Well, since the worst course in the game was Luigi Circuit, it's fitting that Mario Circuit is my second least favorite. Mario Circuit is a very short track that takes you in a figure 8 shape by Peach's castle, some enemies like Chain Chomps and Goombas, and well, that's pretty much it. When you compare it to Mario Circuit tracks in other games like Mario Kart DS, you can tell how bland and empty Mario Kart Wii's version is. It is way too short in my opinion, and a lot more could have been done with it overall. Alright, now we're getting into the courses with a bit more of a theme to them. At number 14 we have Moo Moo Meadows. This is a fairly simple farm-themed course that takes you on a dirt road by some barns, cows, and moles. It's a really easy course, so it makes sense to be the second course in the Mushroom Cup. There are some interesting aspects, like a giant jump boost at the end. I don't dislike this course. The main reason I put it at number 14 is because it's easy and simple, which isn't a bad thing. But there are just a lot more interesting courses in Mario Kart Wii. At number 13 we have the final circuit track in the game, Daisy Circuit. This track takes you through a waterfront city at sunset, and the setting of this course is definitely my favorite part. The sunset theme looks really nice, and the music goes along great with it. The reason I put this course fairly low on my list is because the course itself doesn't have that many interesting parts. Other than the shortcut you can take near the start of the course, it's pretty much driving on flat road. This is another course that I think the developers could have done more with, especially with the great setting, like driving through buildings or on the beach. If this course had some more creative parts to it, it would definitely have a high placement on my list. Mushroom Gorge was hard to rank because I know a lot of people like this course, and there are some good things about it, but it really has never been one of my personal favorites. Let's start with the positives. It's based on a really creative idea, where you can drive and bounce on giant mushrooms. There isn't really anything else like this in Mario Kart Wii, and maybe even the entire series. However, in this version of the course especially, the giant mushrooms can be really annoying to bounce on, and I find myself falling off a lot, especially near the end. I think this was greatly improved on in the Mario Kart 7 remake, where the mushrooms are a lot more fun to drive on. The mushrooms are also the only really interesting part of this course. So, although I gave it bonus points for being creative, it still gets a low placement on my list. At number 11 I have one of the more infamous courses in Mario Kart Wii, Oreos Gold Mine. This course can be fun, and it has an interesting theme. You drive through an underground mine for most of the course, but I put it relatively low because I find it can be annoying to play on at some parts, especially inside the mine. Driving into minecarts and bats is annoying, as with driving off the course and getting hit by items inside the mine. This was another hard one to rank since it has both good and bad parts, but I had to go with ranking it on the lower side. This doesn't mean it's a bad course, but I just think there are lots of better ones in Mario Kart Wii. This placement will probably be controversial, because at number 10 I have Rainbow Road. I know Rainbow Road tracks are the last courses in the game, and they're supposed to be hard, but Mario Kart Wii's version is definitely the hardest in the series, and too hard in my opinion. Rainbow Road does have a lot of cool boosts. but when you do them, you have to be extremely careful because it is really easy to fall off the course in this track. This, in my opinion, takes away a lot of the fun of drifting and jump boosting. Of course, this track has fun parts as well. The music is great, and the setting is great, so it's far from the worst track in Mario Kart Wii. I just think the difficulty should have been toned down a bit. Next up is what I think is one of the more creative desert tracks in the series, Dry Dry Ruins. Dry Dry Ruins starts out outside, with lots of hills and pokies. The first part reminds me a lot of Dry Dry Desert in Mario Kart Double Dash, but it changes a lot when it gets into the second part of the track, which takes place inside an ancient structure of some sort. Inside, there are bats, jump boosts, and a big opening that is being constantly filled with sand. The music even changes to match the change of setting. The reason I put this course lower on my list is because, for one thing, I think the track is a bit too short. The sections outside of the ruins aren't that creative, and I don't usually like desert stages that much in Mario Kart games overall. If this course had been longer, and maybe more of it took place inside the ruins, Dry Dry Ruins could have been a really high placement on my list. If you've watched my other ranking videos, you'll know that I personally like Mario Kart tracks that take place in cities. Moonview Highway is another one of those tracks that I really like. It starts out with you driving on a highway on a ridge just outside of the city, but then taking a bridge into the city. The city section itself has a ton of cars that can crush you and boosts all over the road. At the end, you go through a tunnel that takes you back to the start. I also really like the music in this course. I do have some complaints though. I think it's way too short, and they could have done a lot more with the city section itself, like in Double Dash's Mushroom City, where there are a ton of different paths you can take. It's also sometimes hard to see cars coming at you when there are sharp turns. It's still one of the more fun courses in Mario Kart Wii in my opinion. Next up, we have Koopa Cape. This is a really cool course for many reasons. It has 3 main sections, the first one taking place on a road next to the ocean, the second part in a flowing river, and the third part in an underwater tube. The first part is a bit boring, but the second one is cool because of the different paths you can take in the river. And the part with the underwater tube is really creative, although it's annoying that running into the lightning shrinks you, like the lightning item, instead of just spinning you out. This course is mostly really good and creative. I just didn't put it higher since there are some things I don't like about it. At number 6, we have Maple Treeway. Maple Treeway is a really creative course that has you driving through trees, and has many cool elements, like an elaborate shortcut at the beginning, a cannon that launches you to the top of the trees, giant wigglers that can block your way, and a giant net that you can bounce down to get to the end of the track. All of the things I mentioned are really unique, and make this course really fun to play on. My biggest complaint would be that even with all these creative parts, a lot of the course just takes place driving on branches or dirt with not much happening. So, while a lot of the courses in this game I would make longer, I think Maple Treeway would be better if it was a bit shorter. It's rare in my ranking videos to have a Mushroom Cup course so high on my list, but at number 5 we have Toad's Factory. Now, I have no idea why Toad owns a factory, but it sure is fun to drive through. Toad's Factory alternates between 2 main parts. The first part, inside the factory, has big presses that can crush you, paths that give you a boost forward or slow you down, and lots of item boxes. The second part, being outside the factory, has moving paths and mud you can boost over. It also has some of the best music in the game. I like this course a lot because the whole course is filled with cool hazards and elements. You never really feel like you're just driving on flat road. From this course on, there aren't many things to complain about. The reason this course isn't higher is solely because I just think there are more interesting courses in the game. Bowser Castle is the one recurring track in Mario Kart that consistently ranks high for me, and that's because they are always filled with great course hazards. Mario Kart Wii's Bowser Castle definitely goes above and beyond with this. It has thwomps, moving floors, a mechanical Bowser that spits giant fireballs, and of course tons of lava. It's a really fun course to drive through, and is one of the better Bowser Castle tracks in the series in my opinion. I honestly can't really think of any complaints about this one. The only reason it's not higher is because it is a recurring track, so there are some more interesting and creative tracks in Mario Kart Wii. Now we're getting into the really great courses in Mario Kart Wii, starting out with Grumble Volcano. The great thing about this course is that it changes during each lap as the volcanoes continue to erupt, breaking off some pieces of the course and crashing fire rocks into the track. The course itself starts out inside a volcano, and after that you drive on rocky roads, avoiding fire and rocks back to the beginning. It may sound simple, but it is really fun. The fact that this course changes every lap is one of the big reasons why it's so high on my list. And although this shouldn't really count, there's a glitch that if you can pull it off, you can basically skip the entire race, which is fun to do. DK Summit is a course that makes some of the best use of Mario Kart Wii's jump boosting mechanics. Almost the entire course has jump boosts on the side, and it works really well. The course itself starts out with you being blasted out of a giant cannon to the top of a mountain, similar to DK Mountain in Mario Kart Double Dash, except this time there's a ton of snow on the mountain. Driving down the mountain is really fun, with all the jump boosts and drifting opportunities. Once you've gone down the mountain, you're back to where you started. This course is so fun to play on, and although it was a hard decision, there is one course in Mario Kart Wii that is just a bit better than this one. And now, the best course in Mario Kart Wii is Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall takes place in, of course, a mall, which allows for one of the most creative Mario Kart courses in the entire series. Inside the mall, you can drive on escalators, through stores, over booths, in fountains, and at the end, a gigantic boost that takes you to a parking area, where you have to avoid moving cars that can be pretty annoying. The background is filled with great features like trees, cars, people, and stores, so that none of the course feels empty or boring at all. Coconut Mall truly deserves the title of the best course in Mario Kart Wii. So anyway, that was my list of the best courses in Mario Kart Wii. If you agreed with my list, or not, be sure to leave a comment telling me what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new video, because I release a new one every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!